ArenaFPS tips. Just the tip. Welcome to our brand new YouTube series where we explain tips for new and experienced players alike. Now there's going to be a different game each time, and this game is focusing on Reflex. However, most of these tips do apply to many games in the ArenaFPS series or genre, let's say. Now first off, we have using positioning. A player can use positioning advantageously in order to take a fight where he maybe has a less stack, but with the positioning he has, such as high ground on DP5, which you're seeing now, it allows you to take a fight where you should really not win, but you still do.
Tip number 2 is plasma jumps. So Reflex has a much more powerful plasma gun than in most games in terms of the knockback. This means that you can use the plasma gun to do tiny little rocket jumps, but with a plasma gun, to reach ledges and areas that you couldn't normally reach without doing as much damage as you would do if you wanted to use a rocket launcher to do the same thing.
Tip number 3, denying armors. In a situation where you have more armor than you can pick up, for example, let's say you have 150 red and a yellow is available to you, you can deny the armor from the opponent by damaging yourself with a rocket or plasma, and by doing this, it gets you the yellow armor and denies it from your opponent.
Tip number 4 is don't jump while getting shot by LG. So this might sound basic to a lot of people, but if you jump while you're in an LG fight, you make yourself incredibly easy to hit, and they can knock you back and pin you in position for a little while, and it's just awful. It's all right to jump while doing a rocket fight, but don't jump during LG fights. Tip number 5 is fighting on armors. So if you have a reasonable stack and you found a yellow armor, you don't really need the yellow armor, but you don't want your opponent to have it. You can take an engagement on this armor so that once you've dealt damage to your opponent and they've dealt damage to you, you have an armor to fall back on. So rather than getting it straight away, you can wait until you've had this engagement, lost some health, you get the armor and leave, and they're in a bit of a pickle because they haven't picked anything up.
Thanks Tim for that excellent tip. That concludes our first tips video. Cheers for watching, and comment below with the game you'd like to see next in our tips series. We're now on Patreon and we're looking to fund more ambitious projects in 2016, so we'd really appreciate any support you can provide. Finally, if you missed a Christmas Reflex stream, we've just uploaded some of the highlights to YouTube. You can also come check us out on twitch.tv/ArenaFPS for future streams. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll have more content for you very soon.